Hi Dan with Foul Play on the Sunny Slope Funny Farm. Mrs. Foul Play is about to release the dogs for running. That's the loud chicken you hear is Ferguson, Fergie and I. Fergie is a loudmouth. Let me just tell you, we have had an exceedingly difficult time on the Sunny Slope Funny Farm. We do have one of our lavender Orpington chickens who's very ill. We can't figure out why. Kind of the same, seems like some of the same ailment that's affected, like Esther, and just kind of losing balance, and she's not eating well or drinking well, and she's lost a lot of weight, and I can feel her keel. So she's in isolation. So I'm outside right now. We're also we've gone through the last few days with our little boy Buzz. He became very ill with a urinary tract infection. He was bleeding bright red blood from his body and we were a little bit delayed getting to the veterinarian because they were booked. But he was acting pretty normal, actually. It was astounding. Buzz was acting normal. We got him to the vet, and it turned out his bladder was completely blocked and like hard as a rock. It turned out he had a bowel blockage, and he was at the vet for a number of days. And the veterinarian, Dr. Ashley, worked really hard with him, and it looked like he was going to recover for a while. His kidneys failed, and they got those back, and they got his labs going again, but he couldn't pee without a catheter. And then the bowel blockage was very significant, and we couldn't save him. So we elected to go ahead and have him put to sleep. We were with him. And I'll show you just a quick picture of it, but we also brought Woody with us. And right now we're getting ready to bury Buzz somewhere here where he'll be remembered. He was only a year old, and we feel bad when we just couldn't save him. So we're gonna lay him to rest. Probably out here just at the edge of the garden. And I'll talk more about my health because it's not been very good either. I was also in the emergency room recently, so we'll talk about that here in a moment. Stand by. Thanks for watching. Mrs. Foul Play's grapevines are coming in, and they're climbing the trellis where the meat birds are, and the lilac smells super wonderful. Actually, I sat down here next to it, and check out those little teeny tiny little grapes on the grapevine. Little grape bunch there. It's like one for Barbie or something, right? Vader, he's exploring the old burn pile here. What'd you find, big boy? What'd you find, buddy? You're a good cat. He's an exceptional cat. So we did say goodbye to our lavender Orpington just moments ago and lay her in rest. It just seems like so much loss and illness, and I guess maybe it's because I'm so ill myself. I found myself in the emergency room on Sunday, and I've had a lot of nausea and vomiting. Kidney functions have worsened over even the course of the last few weeks, and we were already in progress with regards to a transplant consult. I've had there's Mama Kitty again. I've had my initial interview for the transplant consult, and I have gone to what they call vein mapping.
What'd she say?
She said, oh, okay.
So I have
Thank
a little
you.
YouTube channel that I call Foul Play.
Yeah.
I call it Foul Play.
Yeah.
And our
For your
farm
chickens?
is, yes, I call it the Sunny Slope Funny Farm. And I just thought maybe I would document just a little bit of what we're doing today. So my veins are too small for a dialysis shot. They're going to use my left arm over my right one because it is the quote-unquote better of the two arms. And I'll have to have grafting first. I'm trying to get my glove off. And I wear a wristband now. The shows, I'll try to focus in on it. No blood pressures, no IVs, no blood draws. Feel a little bit better today, and I've been outside. I mentioned my kidney functions have continued. Also, my blood counts have dropped, and I'm very anemic. And I mean, not just a little bit, very anemic. My hemoglobin was 8.5. Your medical folks out there, the low normal for the lab values that our lab uses is 14 for a male. So I'm at 8.5. And to also put it in perspective, we transfuse at 7. And I'm down from 10.5. So I'm down another two points on my blood counts. And it shows. I almost passed out. I was out of my head. And I'm having trouble breathing. Blood pressures are pretty normal low. You know, like most people's normal blood pressure would be. That's a factor too. I'm dizzy, I'm lightheaded. I get dizzy, I'm lightheaded when I stand up. I meet with the surgeon for the dialysis shunt next month, May 12th. And I had a nice dialogue with the I'll just say I'm not sponsored obviously, but that's where I'm gonna go probably, is the DaVita, some folks, and I wanted to go in and meet with them because my doctor is very close to the building, and I couldn't go in because of COVID. It looks like Fort Knox here, folks. It looks like I'm not going to try to make a cold call and you have to be evaluated for COVID. They're locked down like Fort Knox. So I couldn't go in, but I called them and had a nice conversation with I guess the director and with the social worker, and they really helped. I said, I'm your future patient, and let them know who it was, and let them know who my doctor was, and that I'm not some crackpot just calling up, making a cold call out of the blue. So those things are in the works, folks. Meanwhile, I don't feel very good. And the question is, how long do I not feel good before, I'm not to the point now where they have to put it like an emergency line in my chest for dialysis. We're not there yet, but we could get there before all of the medical things have to take place. As far as like my dialysis shunt, it's going to take weeks to heal because of the grafting. So I might be looking at them putting a temporary line in my chest for dialysis if I get sick enough. So I don't know if we're definitely not to that point yet. So we need your prayers still. And I thank you for those that are following, and say your prayers and remember us. Right, Mama Kitty? So thank you for watching. Treat each other well out there. Say your prayers. Follow Jesus. Lift each other up. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.